Uh, Good evening.
Evening to you.
Yeah, today is Monday, March 1st. The time is now 6:50, so I'm going to make the interview with a gentleman. He's studying here at the University of Missouri as an assignment for the Qualitative Research Method 2. The date is March 1st, 2010. First, welcome and appreciate your help in doing this interview.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your nationality?
My nationality is Somali.
Somali. Yeah, where's Somali?
Somalia is located at the east side of the African continent.
Mm.
We have the whole Somalia is surrounded by the Indian Ocean, and it is the horn of Africa. You know, the African continent. If you look at the map of Africa, you see that horn. That horn is Somalia. So that's the Somalia. That horn. Yeah, that's where I came from.
And what's the native language used there?
We use our language Somali.
Somali. Is it the language used in street?
Yes, that's the language we use there in Somali.
And what's the official language?
The official language is Somali too. Though we previously, in the colonial time, we do have colonized by Italy in the southern part and in the northern part by the British. So we do have, previously we do have that form experience like speaking in Italy or speaking in English by the northern part people. So we do have that culture of difference. But now, since 1975, the government imposed to write the mother tongue, our local language, which is the Somali language. And it has been written and it has been finalized. It's like Latin words, 26 words of English. Same, we had the same 26 words in English. So, but in the speaking or pronouncing is differently. So that's our native language.
What's the second language used there?
The second language there is either if you are northern, it's the English. If you are in southern, is Italian.
And where are you from? Southern or northern?
Southern, southern. We live in southern. Like if you live in southern, it has been colonized by the Italian government. During before the 60s. So 60s we get the independence from the Italy. That is southern part. Another part people were speaking at that time in English language, whereby the colonizer was the British. These colonizers, the European colonizers, so they were just using their language to rule us. Yeah, so as mechanism ruling.
So what's your second language here?
My second language is English.
English, yeah. Okay. What language do you speak fluently?
My mother tongue, my Somali language, that's the one I speak fluently, but I can also speak in English.
Yeah, when did you come to the United States?
I came 2006.
2006.
June
2006.
Yeah.
And what are the nationalities of your friends in the United States?
My friends here in the United States?
Yeah.
I do have Sudanese friends, I do have Congolese, I do have Arab countries, like some of them from Saudi, some of them Libya, some of them Abu Dhabi. We do have those different. And I also have some American friends too. Yeah.
And how long have you been learning English?
In English, I was learning quite long because of in our system, when you are staying in our system, is that when you finish your primary education, you are going to higher education. Higher education means that the secondary education. If you are going to the secondary education, you have to know English, like basic communication in English, so that they teach you from there. So from there, we learned English in our high school, and then when I finished my high school, I went to go to study in Kenya, whereby the official language there in Kenya is English language. So I learned my English language in Kenya, most likely.
And how do you see yourself as a user of English?
It's kind of using English in this Western world is kind of beneficiary. It's a beneficial way because of if you see that everything is, going by communication. So depends the way you communicate. Depends the ability of communication. If you have a good ability of communication, that means it will make you easier to obtain or gain what you want to gain it. Like if you want to learn here in this university, for example, it's easier for you if you know English well. It's easier for you to be admitted. Easier for you to be understanding well what the professors talking and what they are saying, and it is a factor. I could say it's a factor. It's a high factor of your achievement in this academic performance, because it depends. For example, if you have a low English ability, the likelihood that you can achieve or perform well is very low. So, but if by the contrast, if you have high ability of English skills, if your capacity of speaking in English is good, that means your performance of the probability of your performance will be also high, especially when you are in the basic education. The children, when they know English, and those who don't know English, let's say the family, for example, if the parents do speak in English, that speaking in English by the parent is helping their children to perform well in the schools, like in the elementary schools. But if the parents do not understand in English and the children's capacity of their English is very low, the performance of this kind of children